Welcome back, y'all. Today we're going to be whipping up one of my favorite dips to make, and this dip is amazing. My sausage queso dip. First, though, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified each week when I drop these recipes. You won't want to miss them. And this one in particular is super easy. Let's get started. You'll only be needing a few things for this one. Go ahead and grab a pound of ground beef and some Jimmy Dean sausage. I use the hot variety, but that's kind of up to you. And then we'll be using half a block of velvetta cheese here. You won't see me using velvetta much, but it is good here. And then we'll have our salsas. I use Picante Salsa Con queso and chunky salsa. That's really all you need. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on the meat. This dip will actually be finished in the slow cooker, but first we're going to want to cook the ground beef and sausage. Today I'm going to break out my favorite cast iron skillet here, Jimmy. No coincidence to us using Jimmy Dean, but this is going to get our meat going. If you aren't a fan of spicy here, you can go ahead and switch out the Jimmy Dean hot for a mild or medium. But honestly, this sausage isn't that hot to me, but for some it may be, so that is an option to just use your favorite sausage here. Go ahead and get that going on medium-high heat to get our sausage browning while we go ahead and prep our velvetta cheese. We're only going to need about half of the velvetta cheese block, so I'm going to cut it in half. This will equal about 8 ounces, and then I'm going to cut it into cubes. This is just so it will melt easier in our slow cooker and get that nice creaminess that we need. Alright, once you finish with your velvetta, go ahead and hop back over to your beef and sausage mixture. By now, this should be starting to brown, so go ahead and give that a quick stir. Mix it all up. And then I'm going to add some seasoning here. I'm only going to be using salt and pepper, just because a lot of the flavor will be coming from our sauces and cheeses already. So you don't need to do too much here, but if you do have a favorite seasoning, you can go ahead and use that here. It's not too much that you need to do with the beef and sausage. There's going to be a ton of flavor in there already, and you can see we're going ahead and browning that and getting all of that grease and fat there that I'm going to drain here shortly. Now, some people do use the fat, but I'm not going to do that here because I don't want our dip to be too liquidy. So we're going to go ahead and drain that and then get started adding everything in together. You actually don't need a slow cooker if you don't have one. A regular pot will do on low heat, but I do have one, so I'm going with it. Go ahead and add in your meat, your picante, your salsa con queso, your chunky salsa, and the velvetta. The slow cooker does allow for all of the flavors to marry and mix as it's cooking on low heat for a couple hours, but you can use a pot. The other benefit of using the slow cooker is it's easily transportable if you're going to be taking it to somewhere, or if you're going to be having a potluck or a game day party. And let's not forget about that velvetta cheese that we cubed up earlier. Go ahead and add that in. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of seasoning here. I'm just using garlic and onion powder here, but as I said earlier, you can kind of make this your own and use whatever seasonings you like. Do keep in mind that your dip is going to taste like the seasoning, so don't go too crazy here, but make it your own. Alright, go ahead and give this a mix, and I will say this is not going to look that great right now, but bear with me, it's going to all come together, I promise you. Just trust me here. If you're using a slow cooker, I'm going to cook mine for about 3 to 4 hours here, or if you're using a pot, no worries there, just cook it until everything is kind of mixed up, and then let that simmer for another 30 minutes or so, and you should be good. Now, after a couple hours, this is what you're going to have here. This is going to thicken even more as it sits for a bit, but just give it a quick stir and let everything mix up and kind of marinate and marry together. I'm telling y'all, the flavor is going to be amazing here. Look at that drip. You know, I love a good drip shot here. And this is going to be ready to plate up, or bowl up, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some fresh parsley because you eat with your eyes first. Always remember that. Or at least that's what Food Network says, so I'm going with it here. But this dip is going to be amazing. Matter of fact, where are my chips? This one is as good as it looks, guys. I'm telling you. I had to go ahead and get a chip. Ooh, there we go with some food corn. And then I'm going to have to go ahead and sit down and dig into this bowl here. If you can't tell I'm excited about this, then I think my face will say it all. You know it's good when you hit that little dance on that first bite. That first bite dance, there is nothing like it. It is legit, y'all, I'm telling you. And once again, guys, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and a like. Enjoy. Also, I found out how awkward doing these videos can be, so I included some bloopers at the end here. Check them out if you want to laugh.